Before I start this video, I just opened up a Spreadshirt in honor of 200 subscribers, so if you guys want to buy something, there will be a link in the description, and there will be a link on my channel page as well. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy the video. This story took place last summer. Me, my brother, and my dad were picking up a $1,000 dinghy from some guy on Letgo. Took about an hour and a half to get the damn thing, but it was all worth it because the boat is awesome. It's really fun to be on it. Anyways, after we got the boat attached to the back of my minivan, my dad drove us home and put the boat on the side of our house because we didn't really find a place to put it, so we just said screw it. I went into my backyard just screwing around, and my neighbor's dog was just chilling on the other side of our fence, just looking at my cat, intimidating it. Kind of set off a couple signals. Now, there was a gap below the fence, and I have no idea how that got there, but I assumed that since the fence was about 20 years old, it was getting pretty worn out, so yeah. Then something that caught me completely off guard happens. The dog somehow squeezed into the hole and made its way into our backyard. It was fucking insane. The dog was chasing my cat. Now, I have to give my cat credit, because without a smart thinking, he would have gotten eaten alive by this 300-pound pit bull. So my cat turned around and climbed up a nearby tree. Then the dog went for my 3-year-old black cat, and this is where shit goes down. The dog follows my black cat up to my deck, and my cat had a full-on panic attack. And I can't blame him. If I were him, I would be freaking out as all hell as well. So I tried picking up my cat, but then he jumps out of my hands because he didn't want to die. And he scratched kind of deep and near my veins, so it could have been awful. Before you say my cat's a dick, he was only focused on getting away from that dog, so probably wasn't his fault. And he most likely thought that the dog was me, so I don't know. Anyways, my mom tries to pick up my cat, and then my cat bites my mom in the arm hard. And I really mean hard. My cat probably popped a vein, and the next thing I know, my mom was bleeding out just outside my kitchen. And then I have a panic attack and start screaming and crying. My mom tells my brother to call the cops, which he did. Still panicking, I went and got a towel from my mom to put pressure on the bite. Now, if you watch my middle school fights video, you can probably recall me saying that I'm a huge baby when it comes to real life violence, which I am. But I also mentioned that there wasn't any blood in the fight, and the fight wasn't happening right in front of me. So I just reacted with disbelief and anger. Anyways, the dog almost got in the damn house, and if he did, then I would probably have no pets to this day. Luckily, I prevented that, still panicking, crying, and screaming. Then, my dad gets the dog back into its rightful owner, so 20 minutes after my mom started bleeding uncontrollably, the bleeding sort of toned down a bit, and then the police arrived at my house. They calmly escorted my mom into the house, and the deck just had a pool of blood on it. It was disgusting, but to be honest, I didn't care because my mom was obviously safe. The cop asked a few questions like what happened, and I was the one who told him the whole story, like, you know, how the dog escaped and, you know, whatever. Then he asked if it was my cat who bit my mom or the dog. Now, my mom said that she did not know because it happened so fast and she couldn't tell or something along those lines. So the ambulance arrived at my house, and I think they gave us a liquid that was great for treating wounds and bites. I don't remember what it was called, but it sure was a lifesaver, that's for sure. Now, we were going to send my mom to the ambulance for rabies, but the dog certainly didn't have any rabies because obviously it's a family pet. My cat already got a shot, so we didn't have to worry about the ambulance, which was good. Also, the ambulance costed about $1,000, so. Anyways, paramedics patch out my mom, and then they leave. I patched up myself after they left with some band-aids. My brother also got bit by my cat trying to pick him up, and he couldn't feel his finger because the bite was far in his nail, and he legit thought he was gonna lose his nail, which was really concerning because he was in pain and his nail felt loose according to him, which was concerning to me. But don't worry, he ended up being fine, so don't come crying in the comment section. Anyway, so the cop leaves and tells my neighbors that they had to build a better fence or they get in trouble, or something along those lines. But yeah. So the cop leaves, and me and my older brother went outside so I can show him where the dog came from and how we get to my yard. But after that, we were going to get my cat that climbed out the tree earlier, and he came down knowing that he was safe. Anyways, I showed my brother where the dog came from and how we got into the yard, and that was the end of it. I calmed down, and it was just a normal day from there. Also, I got to stay home from school because it was pretty traumatizing, man. So more of the story is, make sure our fence is sturdy, and yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you don't miss an upload. I'm Nick, and I'm saying goodbye.